Welcome back to Echo Base Network. I am the coach. Tonight we're going to look at some news about Luke Skywalker, the Mandalorian, and everything Star Wars. Let me go ahead and bring in my partner here at Echo Base Network, none other than Nicholas Glenn himself. What's going on, Nick?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, I think everybody's doing fine. They are definitely going to be interested to see what's going on here with Mark Hamill and Luke Skywalker. And let me tell you guys this. We have a very special guest here with us at Echo Base Network tonight. If you have not seen her work, what she does, her live streams, look, this lady can go live stream forever. And you and I go live stream for an hour and a half and we're spent.
Yeah.
The wonderful and awesome and talented Amy One Kenobi can go all day long.
Well,
hey, Amy.
I have some help. Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, we are so excited to have you here. So, guys, here's what I'm going to do. I've got some reports that I'm going to go over, and neither one of you kind of know the general direction that we're going, but you don't know the details of these reports. So I'm going to go through them. There's 8 of them. And after I go through this, we're just going to do a little commentary and get a reaction from you guys. Because The Rise of Skywalker has ended. The sequel trilogy has ended. Where does Star Wars go from here? No one's quite certain at this point. We know that The Mandalorian Season 2 is underway. We know that The Clone Wars is about to happen. But what's going to happen with live action shows? We know that they're planning stuff. Here's what was released today. Here is the news. 1, The Mandalorian is a success. We know that. 2, the last season of The Clone Wars, in all probability, will be a success as well. And now Lucasfilm is trying to fill in gaps between the different eras. You got prequels, you got original trilogy, and you've got sequels. And they're trying to tell stories around all of those gaps. Before I proceed with the news, how do you guys feel about Star Wars live action TV shows, movies that are filling in those gaps? What do you guys think about that?
So long as they're not woke and terrible and obliterating the canon, I think I'm pretty good with that. As long as they're not terrible, basically.
Yeah, I'm kind of same as what Amy just said. If they're keeping the identity politics out of it and they're writing good stories and having good characters, I'm all for it. I'm probably not going to be that much for it if they're going to kind of tying in and bringing in the First Order and all that sort of stuff. I mean, if it's good, I'll like it, but if they start bringing in the sequel trilogy stuff and the in-between stuff...
I literally don't know what the First Order is. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even know. And I saw the movies. I just don't know. Nor do I care.
I don't either. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I didn't know who they were fighting in most of the movie.
And where did they go in the last movie? They just all up and vanished and had no impact on the movie at all.
Yeah.
It was the Emperor and
something for them to do.
His people chanting in the background. It wasn't the First Order. Well, guys, that leads us to the news. That's actually a perfect segue because the report is that Disney is now trying to pander to the fans who were disappointed in the sequel trilogy. That includes the 3 of us.
Finally.
Lucasfilm has a plan for the next 10 years of animated and live action content, including movies. And they've got all of this planned. One of their big plans is to fix elements of the franchise. And one way they're going to try to fix this is to bring back Mark Hamill to reprise playing Luke Skywalker in not only one project, multiple projects. They are going to actually, the report says, de-age Mark Hamill, and he will actually be in The Mandalorian Season 2, which is filming right now.
That's awesome.
Good reaction there.
Can we, like, at some point make whatever happened in The Last Jedi just like a dream? Can we Dallas that? You know how like I want to.
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to Dallas, like where you wake up just in the shower. It's just normal. Nothing happens. It's a dream.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm fine. It's cool.
Yeah, I would agree if that whole sequel trilogy could be a dream sequence, I'd be
To me, it
completely on
is.
board with that.
That's what I tell myself.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, and me and Coach are kind of the same. We kind of look at the sequel trilogy as its own thing, not
There's
really
Lucas
a part.
trilogy or Lucas saga and whatever that was.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
It's the nicest way I can put it.
Wow, Amy, the next time we do a documentary, you are going to be involved. So they're going to de-age Mark Hamill, and they're not just going to de-age him and make him look younger to fit in the timeline of The Mandalorian. How about this, Nick? They are planning on making Luke as powerful as he was in the old EU. So we're not getting a pansy Luke. We're getting an extremely powerful one.
Well, that
Do
would
they ever have
be
to explain what the hell happened? Because I don't need to know. Just never.
yeah. Like I mean, so what you're saying is what they're doing is going to take place after Return of the Jedi, but before
Yes.
the sequel trilogy.
Yes.
So the sequel trilogy is not even going to be in play in this.
No.
So
Can we just pretend it?
well, yeah, I mean, for that fact alone, that this happens before the sequel trilogy even started, I think that's a good start, because if they're gonna do this, is their chance to get Luke right, because everybody knows that
It's not hard to get Luke right. Just don't.
Yeah.
Just follow. Just don't mess with him. Like
Yeah.
Don't change him.
broken.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is
agree.
that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if it had been Luke in the Rise of Skywalker, in the last Skywalker reaching his hand out and
It's the
stopping the
same
ship
one.
from leaving orbit, I'd have been better with that.
Yeah.
I'd have,
If it was Luke doing it.
yeah.
I don't even know what they're talking about at this point. I fell asleep during The Last Jedi for a good amount of time. I'm okay. That was my favorite part of the movie, actually.
Was getting a good nap in.
Yeah, I played a drinking game with myself. I live tweeted it. Fell asleep for a little bit. Woke up, was disappointed that it was still on. Just in time to see Rose, like, harass Finn and just what, and defy all physics. By the way, at the same time, and I was like, oh, it's still going. Okay, great. It's awesome.
Yeah. The scene that he was talking about was in the Rise of Skywalker. Did you see the Rise of Skywalker, Amy?
Well, I was late to it, but I'm cool with that. Again, I was not like in a rush to make it to that theater.
Yeah. So do you remember where Rey was holding the ship with the Force that she thought Chewie was on, and then electrocuted it with her Force lightning?
Damn it!
Like,
If you blocked it from your memory, it's okay.
Yeah.
I got like he just brought some pain into me.
Yeah, I hate to bring up old recent wounds, but
Like
yeah,
salt.
if that would have been Luke in that spot doing that stuff,
He wouldn't have done it.
well, he definitely wouldn't have destroyed it with Force lightning. He would have probably brought it down, I'm sure, or kept it from taking off. I would have been okay with that scene if it was Luke, but the fact that it was Rey, the Mary Sue of the sequel trilogy, it just didn't make
Mary
any
Sue
sense to me.
Skywalker.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting to me that after all of this negativity that's happened, now Disney is reportedly trying to get it right, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing.
Are they keeping everyone they have already in play? You know what I'm talking about, right? I know what you know. Like, I'm asking a question, but I'm not asking it directly about certain people who've been in charge.
Oh, we are hearing rumors all the time now that Kathleen Kennedy is on her way out.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's going to happen. And
I'll
here's the
fire.
other thing too. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in charge of Lucasfilm. It's Bob Iger. Like, I know Kathleen Kennedy has her hands all over it, and she's super guilty of making a terrible Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh
But
yeah, like
she's allowed to do that from the man at the top, and ultimately, it's not the assistant coach's fault.
I was
with
gonna
the law.
say like,
Yeah.
well, it still is, but that's not how the Force works.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
not how
not.
the Force works. Well,
It's
how
not.
about, so I'm not going to get into Clone Wars trailer reaction. The Clone Wars trailer just dropped today. Um,
I
so even
almost
though
watched it, and then my internet stalled, and I was like, okay, maybe not.
well, we watched it, and we're not going to really even do a reaction there, but it's also interesting to me that there is reports that Ahsoka Tano may be making a live action appearance in The Mandalorian season 2. So, Nick, what do you think if Ahsoka and
Is it
Luke
going to
Skywalker
be?
is in this show?
Is it going to be Brie Larson?
Oh, surely not.
Yeah, I think she's totally trolling Star Wars fans with that. I don't think she's going to play Ahsoka.
I don't think she can be both.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be Ahsoka for sure. If they hire somebody good who can play that character and bring that character from the Clone Wars to life in live
That'd be
action,
great. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I would be for it to see
Yeah.
the Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker that we wanted to see.
Could this lead to a secret Skywalker?
Yeah, it could.
Possibly. Yeah.
That's literally what they should do because that title makes no sense.
Well, I can't even tell you the excitement that I would have with the teaming
That's
up.
what George wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and JJ was on board with it.
Wow.
Why did they do the Son of Mortis, by the way?
Who knows?
That was Matt Smith. Matt Smith, I would have been like, I don't care what the movie was. It could have been an actual train wreck. I've been like, Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Because I would have been cool with it. I just like, yeah, I like him. He's my doctor. So is Tenet. I like them both. It's really hard. Doctor Who is not in a good place. Sorry.
No, it's not either.
Holy shit.
I watched Doomcock
sorry.
and Gary from Nerdrotics videos.
I can't watch it, but I kind of want to watch it. It's like I watched Justice League because it is that bad, and I enjoy it because it is that bad. Like it's like, wow, you were trying to be good, and that's the funniest part of all of this. I like the first 8 minutes with the cover with the music. It was a good song, and I was like, all right, it's not too bad. Vampire Fairy, damn it.
Yep.
That's how Nick and I were with Rise of Skywalker. We left the theater
like-
laughing.
Yep.
Like,
Oh God, I would when people started clapping, I was like, "Don't you clap!" Like literally, I could only record
One
my
guy.
facial expression. Like, no, there were a couple people, but
Yeah, we had
everyone
one guy
laughed,
on.
and they were like, they were betting on things. Like everyone laughed when like Kylo just or Ben, whatever, followed. That was just awkward as hell. I was like, "Don't save her!" I was like literally rooting for the Emperor.
Yeah.
that is great.
That would have been so much
At least
better
he
of an
has
ending.
depth of character. Like I would have
feel
taken
the same
that.
way.
Like, you know.
That'd have been a great ending if the Emperor.
I would have been fine with it.
Yeah. Killed Rey, killed Kylo, killed
I
everybody.
win everything. You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
That would have been
And then
really
just-
good. Much better.
Then have a
ending.
secret Skywalker and do a whole new series. Still
Yep, based on
Palpatine.
one
Boom.
character that they show at the very end, you know, and everybody else dies, you know, except
The old
for
lady.
Lando
I'm
and Chewie. Lando and Chewie escape the whole battle at the end in the Falcon with R2 and 3PO, and everybody else is dead.
Yeah, I'd
I
be
literally
okay with
don't
that.
care about any of those people. Like I
Yeah.
honestly, and I like Oscar Isaac. I hated him in all of it. I loved him in Ex Machina, and he's gonna do another one. He's directing another Ex
Yeah.
Machina. I'm like, cool, another more robot boobs and robot dancing. That was my favorite scene.
What was the movie that he did with Ben Affleck?
I don't
Frontier?
remember.
Is that?
Was
that's
it Argo
new.
or something?
That's a
Yeah.
new movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he did one. I don't know. All I could think of was
Is it even
Argo.
out yet, Nick? I don't think
Yeah.
it's even out.
Yeah, it is. It's called Triple Frontier. It
Oh.
came out last
Never heard of
year.
it.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yep, it was Oscar Isaac, Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam, Garrett
Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's the guy who was in Tron
Was on
Legacy.
Sons of Arkan. Sons of Arkan. Ah! Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, and Pedro
And he was in
Pascal.
Crimson Peak, which
Yep.
is like one of my favorite movies. So I had to throw that in there. Y'all are like, what?
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
don't
okay,
care.
keep going. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, he was.
And Pacific Rim.
Right.
Yep.
I am IMB.
You are.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's what?
Sad.
Wasn't he? Was he the same guy who played? That was in Tron
Play
Legacy.
Jax and like maybe
Tron Legacy.
Yeah,
a
who
while
was?
back. I know Jeff Bridges was in it. That's
The
all
guy
I
that
know.
was in Sam. The guy that was Sam Flynn.
I don't know. I know Olivia Wilde was in it and Jeff Bridges. That's all I got.
Is that what you're talking about, Nick?
Yes, that
Garrett
one.
Hedlund is his name.
That's a different person
Okay.
altogether. That is
Okay,
not
yeah.
the same. I was gonna say, nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like
Now I
we got
know
off
that
track.
movie.
We got off track.
Coach loves some Tron.
Yeah. That is him.
Well,
So
Olivia Wilde's hair in that movie. Oh damn.
yeah,
If only. If only. Well,
Yeah,
just her face. It's just her face, or just her. Damn it.
yeah. Garrett, that guy, he is in that movie also with the other guy from Sons of Anarchy.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
You
Amy,
know that
one of
now
the
because I
things
told you.
yeah.
one of the things that we do here, Amy, is every time we have a guest on that we've never hosted before, we
Yes.
we let them share their Star Wars story. So
Oh,
I know
good
a little
God.
bit about yours, but we would be honored for you to tell us about your love for Star Wars, how it started, and
I feel like
all.
you're building it up to be this amazing.
Oh, it is. It is an
incredible
amazing
Everest
story.
style story.
What you've
like
already told
Mordor
me.
and back.
Every
Um,
reason why we love Star Wars is special.
Well, I was a little kid, like when they re-released in the '90s in the theaters because they were making the prequels. I'm pretty sure that's why they did that. So I saw like A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and then Return of the Jedi, all in order. So those were in order I saw those in theaters, and then like toys collected, John Williams soundtrack with CDs because again '90s, it's awesome. Which that was like new. That was new. Like CDs were like brand new thing. It was cool.
Yep.
So and Tamagotchis were pretty cool too. But anyway, and I had like all the action figures and everything, and like I was so psyched every single time a new one came. My mom was like, "Oh, we have to go to F Air Shores again." And sorry, yeah, I had like all of them, and yeah, I knew everything, and I just was obsessed. And then I went to high school, and that wasn't cool anymore. So I then the prequels came out, and I don't think I saw I can't remember if I saw the Phantom Menace in theaters, but I will say that advertising poster is the best advertising I've ever seen. Like so simple, so well done.
The shadow.
And I took yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It says so much without doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I stand by that. And I took advertising and I was just like, yeah, that's pretty flawless. That's why could they not make things more that way in the film? I mean, in the Disney trilogy.
Sure.
Like,
Yep.
I don't know what that was about, actually. Anyway, the prequels I get, and I get like a lot more now as I'm older, but like, like the politics and stuff and how it was setting up the Jedi to fall, which now makes sense. But like at the time, everyone was like, I didn't know people didn't like him that much. I know people were not big Jar Jar fans. I was not either.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, I mean, I don't know. I've seen the Phantom Menace, but I don't remember much of it. I'm pretty sure that's on purpose. No offense, but no, I think like I went back and watched it again and it was fine. Like, just at the time I think I was like 15, so felt little kiddish to me. And then everyone knocks like, the Clone War or not Clone War, the Attack of the Clones, because well, I will say the Darth Maul fight and it was the Phantom Menace or was it the next one? I can't remember. Yeah. Go Obi-Wan. That's right. Higher ground.
Yeah,
Boom.
that was awesome.
Yeah. How dare he didn't force heal Qui-Gon. How dare he?
I know.
I saw a great meme. It was like, "Will you force heal me?" Yeah, that's not that's not how the force works.
Force heal, what's
Sometimes.
that?
Here, let me just it's like doing some like Eastern medicine, like, Okay, thanks. Um, I'm kidding. Sometimes that actually works. Like acupuncture does. Anyway, like I got it once and it felt like a whole bottle of wine had been drunken, and I promise. Like I had to call like Uber to get home. After an hour sitting in a hotel lobby, it was interesting, but cool. There's lots of toxins apparently. I don't know. Anyway, that was off track. So basically, yeah. So a lot of people like knock it for like the bad dialogue, which yeah, it's bad dialogue, but it's the most realistic as that age. Absolutely was realistic. So I don't think I noticed it because I literally was probably having that conversation before or after, maybe during that film. Um, unfortunately, God, I do not miss that time. Anyway, I will never forget. I do remember that the marriage scene was in Lake Como, Italy, which I've been to, and I always said I wanted to get married there. And like, so when we pass it, I would be like Star Wars, like it, like a really cool person. Anyway, but Revenge of the Sith was my favorite. I saw it with my dad, who I'm pretty sure fell asleep. No, he actually stayed awake for this one. I'm proud of him. He usually falls asleep, but he has no memory of seeing this with me. So thanks, Dad. Good memories. But basically, I wanted to see how the villain becomes a villain. I wanted to see the first breaths taken. I wanted to know. And I wanted to see like that break of everything, you know? I wanted to see just everything just crash and burn pretty much. Not in a bad, like, it didn't make me happy, but I wanted to see how it happened. Pretty much everyone did. And that freaking fight, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Worth it.
Great
Yeah. And like, don't try it, tries it. That's how gravity works in physics.
You know,
Would
somebody
you
asked
expect
me
him
the
not
other
to
day.
swing?
Somebody asked me the other day, "What's the saddest moment in Star Wars?" And I didn't have an answer. I
You
needed
were like
some
my
time.
brother.
Yeah, I needed some time to reflect on that.
I
And
loved you, like, you know.
but you mentioning that it makes me when Order 66 first started and the Jedi were being killed. That's the saddest moment in the entire
What is it with
saga for me.
like that family and killing like the Jedi children? Like, come on, give 'em a
Yeah.
break.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty ruthless. I thought it would have been a lot cooler if they would have shown him waxing those little kids. Personally,
Oh man, they had to keep it PG-13.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
just yeah. Well, at least they didn't call them laser swords. Like they used them as lightsabers, and they worked as
Yeah.
lightsabers, not like, you know, medieval times BS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I can't believe you
I
said
think
that.
Robot Head did a great video on that. They don't know how it's like Finn back. Oh, he should be dead. Oh no, it's just his jacket. It's just oh no.
All right. Well, Amy, I'm going to put you on the spot because you are going to be playing Rey Skywalker in
Don't say her last name. Just say
in
Ray.
an
Oh God.
okay, all right. Yeah, you're right. But we actually have fun with that.
Palpatine.
We actually have fun with that in the cartoon. So the entire premise of our Echo Base Adventures cartoons are we're making fun of Rey.
Good.
And she's on a
I had a
mission.
feeling.
She's on a mission to find somebody who likes her movies, and she keeps failing. So you are going to be playing the voice of Rey Skywalker. So can you give me your
And
best Rey voice and
I don't
say
I'm not British.
it's okay? It's we know that But look, your voice is far better than mine, and that's what Echo Base
Well,
Network has been getting. So
you got to give me a lion or something.
all right, here we
What's
go.
like
Let me think. Nick, if you could think of one real
Yeah.
quick, but
I can't.
would.
I'll let you think for a second. I was just gonna say, even if you said it in your normal voice, it would be 10 times better than Coach's voice.
I believe you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. You are going to power up our cartoons instantly. And see, I try to get
So
my wife
glad.
and my daughters to come in here and do the voices, and they absolutely refuse. Absolutely refuse. They will not do it. Why don't you say, like, see, so G.I. Joe, Nick, is going to be in our next cartoon. So, will you say in your Ray voice, but Cobra Commander, my movies are great.
But Cobra Commander, my movies are great.
Oh yeah, that's so much better. So
Is
much
that
better
okay
than
enough?
Judges.
I have chill
Yeah,
bumps.
yeah.
I have chill bumps. Seriously.
Is that
I
okay,
do.
British? I
Oh
don't.
my gosh.
No,
You
yeah, just like
To
that.
British
fine.
people, it was just horrendous. I know.
Oh,
I'm sorry. To all
this
British
is
people.
gonna be the greatest thing ever.
Well, also, like, so when we were getting Doomcock to do the narration for our documentary,
Okay.
he would literally do like 2 or 3 takes
Yeah.
of lines and then send us those lines. So you can do, multiple takes in one recording.
Well,
And then,
I like
and then
mimic people.
yeah, you can do it however you want. You can do normal voice. You can
There's
try
people
to do a
online who
different
do that.
accent. Yeah.
There's got to be.
Well,
There's
and we
like
could
someone
jump on
on
here and
Fiverr that does
I
that.
could read the line for you, and then you could kind of
Well,
see where
Well,
we're going with it.
see, the whole thing with us is we want to include people in the community into all of our stuff. We could definitely go find a voice actor somewhere and all that, but we don't want to do that. We want to include
I'm free as
people
well.
in the community.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
nice because we're broke.
yeah, yeah,
I could help.
The documentary, we put every penny into the documentary. I promise.
Aw.
yeah.
What would the next one be? How
When
the hell
will it
did we
be?
get here? I was just suggesting one.
The next documentary that we do.
Are you
Do
talking about the next
do
cartoon?
anything beyond Star Wars, or do you do any other fandoms? I'm just curious. Not like that's. I'm just curious.
So we have multiple shows, and what we're actually doing right now is EBN Presents, and we can cover anything here. Now,
Literally, because we're in the God. Here, I know that film very well, very
Right.
well. I saw it
The
10
Joker?
times in theaters.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We will definitely cover that kind of stuff for sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Now, in terms of documentaries, we're probably going to be staying in the Star Wars world for the next couple of years, but
Okay,
then
cool.
we'll branch out eventually.
Yeah,
I
and
can tell you
and we
about my con experience and the freaking.
Please do. Go ahead.
Well, I'm probably not going to take the helmet off. Like, at least I don't have to worry about blinking or saying anything.
yeah,
I'm
and
gonna be like meeting like other people who are like not in Star Wars. I'm gonna be like, okay,
no.
please don't
They
beat the
will
crap
love
out of me.
If you dress up at the con,
That was the
people are gonna love
best.
it.
That was the best. Oh my god, best Stormtrooper kill. I just, I like keep watching it because it just makes me so happy.
Which
She's
one?
also and Emily Swallow who plays her. She's gorgeous. She was also in Supernatural, which is my favorite show. So
That's one of John Campia's favorite shows.
that and like I love Arrested Development as well. Like, well, I love a lot of shows, but I'm gonna say that those two stay strong.
Awesome. I love Transformers and toys.
I noticed. I caught on by your background. I paint and I collect. Damn it. Okay, sorry. And I collect Loki scepters and things with autographs on them.
I see the Thor hammer up there. That's pretty
Yeah.
badass.
At the
What is that right there?
It's a Loki scepter.
Oh, that is it. Oh, okay,
And
okay. I
it's
see
signed by
it
him.
now. Yep.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's real heavy. I also have Stormbreaker, but it's in the closet.
We have
So
a
it's
professional.
17. It's
We have a-
17 pounds.
I'm sorry, Amy.
Wow.
We have a professional prop maker who is in Echo Base Network, Rob Pearson, who makes all kinds of. He has a life-size, fully functioning R2D2 that he built himself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need his number.
Yeah.
He lives in the UK. It's going to be expensive to buy something, but he will do it.
I'm sure this is who I'm actually buying things from.
Really?
'Cause
Well, he's going to be seeing.
there was no like blacksmith armor. I was like, yes.
He's amazing,
Yeah,
and
he doesn't-
There was
he will
I
be
was like
seeing this
Beskar,
episode.
I was like, yay, yay, yay.
Yep, very cool.
But it was extremely hard to track down. And when I tried to ask how to attach the fur and stuff like that, and I was like hot glue, and he goes, I know a seamstress, we'll just do that for you. I was very much worthless.
So when are you going to your next con?
It's in mid-March. It's got Chris Evans, Tom Hiddleston, Ewan McGregor, and Hayden Christensen
All
so
right.
far, and the
So-
guy who played General Grievous as well.
Well, let me ask you right here in this show: would you consider doing some film there, and we
Yeah,
could
sure.
we could make an episode?
Yeah, I can. I mean, it's gonna be with my phone.
We do that all the time.
Yep, all the time.
All the
In my like Mando helmet.
Hey, we will make it look good. I promise.
Yeah.
I have to dub some voices. I don't
That
know.
will be amazing.
And
Amazing.
where is this con at that you're going to in March?
Yeah, Boston. Actually,
Oh, okay, Boston. All right.
Well,
Yeah.
we definitely want.
which will be totally super warm in March.
We would love to see that experience for sure. If you don't want to do it on your own channel, we would love to show it here. So
I think I'll cover like I can share.
you'll definitely be doing live streams. You got to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how I'll have to do it like when I get back from like the whole thing, like to
Right.
the hotel.
Yeah.
And God willing, well, I'll just bring like my alien mirror because that'll hold up. But like a Mac doesn't. I mean, if it's a desktop Mac, yeah, it'll hold up like with the stream. But a laptop is just like, I hate you and I'm dead.
Right. Awesome.
It's great. So
Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this episode. We want to thank Amy for coming by and being with us here and collaborating
thank you for
us.
having me.
Well, we want you back.
Would love for y'all to. I'm happy to come back. Seriously.
Yep.
Like right
definitely.
now. I'm kidding.
Oh, sure.
All right. Episode number 2. Let's go.
Episode, keep rolling. Well, thank you so much for being here, and we're going to keep our eyes on this Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill in the Mandalorian season 2 news.
Also, there's the Kenobi thing going on too.
There is. We
Yeah.
don't quite know what
And
yet.
when I heard about it, I predicted exactly what's going on.
Drama.
I said-
creative
I said
differences.
they're pushing identity politics onto him.
And he doesn't like it.
respects the character, and he
Yep.
respects George Lucas, and he has a problem with that. And it's dependent on him, so he has the upper hand.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
He
surprised.
didn't have scheduling
on that at
conflicts.
all.
He's been, and I'm glad. Like I said, I'd rather it be canceled than him go along with that.
Absolutely.
You know,
Don't give us Obi-Wan at all if it's not going to be Obi-Wan.
that's what I said because people were freaking out and like came on my stream and like I was like, honestly, whatever happens happens. This has been canceled before. They'll figure it out. Like all this identity politics stuff is a phase. Like if one movie could win the Oscars, it would be Joker because it's upset everybody so far. All it's done is upset people. Literally, that's its job apparently. Except me. It's made me very happy.
Oh, tons of people loved it.
Yeah, and apparently a ton of Academy voters did too. They just didn't tell anybody. I think it could. I want it to win Best Picture because it would just make it would send a message that they need to get.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've seen 1917 is great, but it's a safe bet. It's a safe choice. And Birdman did the same one shot, and also you have Saving Private Ryan, which those two, those have already won. So I don't know if they're going to reward it for the same thing. Not to say that it isn't brilliant and isn't emotional, but it's just not as good.
So
The Netflix shows, unfortunately, they're just not into that. You've got about 75% older voters. And all of them weigh in on the Best Picture. So Netflix is not going to fly. So Marriage Story and Irishman are out. Parasite's probably going to definitely win international and probably Best Director. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I don't know. There's always been a beef with like Tarantino. So there you go.
yeah, my brother and dad watched 1917 this past Saturday,
It's good.
and they hated it. They thought it was slow and boring.
It's slow, but honestly, there's one scene like near the end. Spoiler alert! Close your eyes, go earmuffs. Okay, sorry, that was like such a Todd Phillips reference right there because he directed like Old School, which is such a good movie. Damn it.
Yeah.
Like really good. I can understand, and Anyway, and he also has $100 million now, so I think he can have sit down lunch with anybody in freaking Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of got the upper hand now.
Yep. Sounds like it.
And also Joker beat Star Wars.
Yep.
It sure did.
And it should have.
Yep.
It got what it deserved, and Phoenix better win. He's gonna. I mean, obviously, and Hildur Guðnadóttir for score. Yeah, I learned how to say that name. Took a little while.
Oh my gosh.
Guðnadóttir.
Amy,
I'm pretty sure.
Everything that you just said about Ewan McGregor. This is a comment. My phone just started buzzing. This is a comment that we just got
just now.
Just now. This is a comment that we got on our documentary. This person says, "I lament the fact that Mark Hamill, with all his star power, didn't use any of it to make sure things didn't derail for his character."
That's the same thing. I was like, you have the upper hand, dude. Why?
That's exactly right.
All right, so I got a take on that, and this is my understanding. So if you watched our documentary...
When did they never reunite them? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, everybody's mad about that. But so apparently Harrison, Carey, Anthony Daniels, Mark Hamill, all of them signed on and had contracts to do the next 3 movies with George Lucas. So that they signed on. They had a contract.
Thinking that's what they had.
That was around July. That upcoming October, right at Halloween time, was when Lucas sold to Disney. So when they sold, they were still under contract. So he had to do it on whatever it is that they were putting out there. So
yeah, but he could have balked.
I don't think without there being some legal pushback from Disney and basically his acting career
technically
going
signed
down
up for a different thing altogether. I mean, people drop out for the same reason all the time.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I don't know what the contract structure was when they signed on. So I don't know if he really was powerless to do anything or
He's like Skywalker. He was not powerless. None of them were.
Well, I would agree with that, but I don't know what
But they all definitely wanted to be reunited. Like,
oh yeah,
and they did reunite, like behind the scenes, of course. Like, but I mean, honestly, Finn should have been the focus of that trilogy. They had a lot of potential there, and I don't know why they didn't do that.
Feels like he's always kind of been second fiddle to Harrison Ford, especially after 1983. Oh, yeah. So Harrison Ford was no doubt happy after The Force Awakens and during it.
No, he wanted to die. He'd been wanting to die since Empire.
Yeah, but he had a starring role. Mark Hamill was in The Force Awakens more. I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Less.
Rewind. Harrison Ford was in The Force Awakens more than Mark Hamill was throughout the entire trilogy.
Yeah.
By the way, and no offense to Adam Driver, but he looks nothing like either one of his parents.
Mm-mm. Well, that's how the Force works, Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, there's emo, and then there's just no. Like, even the grandparents, like, that makes no sense. Yeah. Just, I'm not the only one who thinks this. And I look at that.
Well, speaking of that, Rey looks nothing like Palpatine.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well, he had a son, and
I know, but still, it's just crazy. All of it. So,
she does not look like him.
Yeah, even the 2 parents they showed of hers in the flashbacks, they didn't even hardly look like Rey or Palpatine.
Yeah.
Literally, I wanted the Emperor to kill her.
That would have been awesome.
Yep, that would have been a great ending.
She should have just said Rey Palpatine and, honored the name and made it better, like redeemed it. I would have respected that, at least. I never could connect with her. Literally never, because no woman wants to watch a perfect woman on screen because it doesn't make you feel very good about yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, cool. Like, I was ordering a drink at the theater because I was like, I'm going to need, copious amounts of alcohol to get through this movie. And I was like, don't worry, Ray's got it. And I was talking to the guy I was ordering from, and I was like, don't worry, she's got it. Don't worry, she's got it. And he was like, how did you know that? Of course, because she always does.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, she just does. It's just her. She just sucks. Like, can't wait
So
to voice
true.
her.
Oh, it's coming next week.
Don't make me rap though. I can't do that.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I do all the rapping at Echo Base Network. Isn't that right, Nick?
Yeah, I don't rap either.
Amy, thank you so much
that
for being on. We're gonna have you back.
Having me. What?
I thought you were about to say something.
I thought you were about to say something.
Oh, well, we're wrapping up. We're going to go ahead and end this, but thank you guys. We'll be back soon. As always, I am Coach. He is Nick. She is Amy One Kenobi. Go and subscribe to her. And you are Echo Base Network, and we are out.
See you on the next one.
Bye.